So on a day where the market is just going down, Aerodrome continues to go up. The performance on this crypto has been absolutely incredible over the last few days. Absolutely incredible. The last few days in the overall market, these altcoins have just been taking massive beatings, just beating after beating after beating, but Aerodrome just continues to climb. The reason for that is Aerodrome is the DEX on Base, and Coinbase is up to some very, very big things in the crypto space, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on in this video. But if you don't hold any Aero in your crypto portfolio, you might want to reconsider. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. I can always be wrong, so make sure you guys do your research. Before I start talking about Aero more deeply, though, for anyone that's looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below. You'll also find a link to my Patreon and a link to Trade Assist, which is a great crypto indicator. Lets you know when's a good time to buy and sell crypto. But getting into the video here, if we check out the crypto bubbles, we can see that, right, another red day in the market, just another red day, right? But we see Aerodrome is up 15%. At its peak, just probably about half an hour before I started making this video, this thing was sitting around like 19% up on the day, right? And again, the strength in this thing is absolutely just incredible. On red days, you have to pay attention to the coins that's just outperforming, and Aero continues to outperform the market over the last like few days, right? If we check out the fear and greed index here, we're back into neutral. Let's see, yesterday we're still in greed, 68 greed, and now we're back into neutral, sitting at a 52. And Aerodrome doesn't seem to care about this right now. Of course, it could eventually catch up to the market and start pulling back. But if it does, I strongly believe that could be a golden opportunity for anyone that doesn't have any Aero in their portfolio. Let's get into some news here. So Coinbase seeks SEC approval for blockchain stock offerings. I'm only going to go through the key insights here because it's a pretty sizable article and time is money. So Coinbase aims to offer blockchain-based tokenized equities. SEC approval could create a 24/7 stock market with lower costs. This move could put Coinbase in direct competition with brokers. Coinbase has approached the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission to gain approval for offering tokenized equities. If granted, the approval would allow the exchange to list tokenized shares and bonds on a blockchain, creating a faster round-the-clock market. According to company officials, the firm aims to secure a no-action letter or exemptive relief to move forward without facing enforcement action. The strategy marks a pivot to position Coinbase as a central player in the next phase of digital finance. You know, I always say to become a great investor, you need to make sure that you're always paying attention to the signs. Don't ignore the signs. When you see very bullish news on certain things going on into the space that you're invested in, you have to pay very, very close attention to it, and you have to take it seriously. And we all know that Coinbase, being a US company, is pushing to do some really, really big things in this space, and they want to be number one, and they're going to do whatever it takes to be number one. I can definitely guarantee that. And yeah, with what they're pulling right now, and it's just the beginning. I strongly believe it is just the beginning, okay? And I do strongly believe that Base is going to have a massive rally sometime this bull cycle. We've seen like little glimpses here and there with some of its meme coins, and then we saw Aero token like do some pretty good things as well this bull cycle. Pulled back. Now it looks like it's starting to make its way back up again, and I think it's going to break through all-time highs and just make some people some insane amount of money. I've talked about how I like to compare it to like Uniswap. Last cycle, Uniswap reached a total market cap somewhere around like 20 billion or something like that. This is a different cycle. We don't know if Aero is going to reach somewhere around that level, but even if it reached somewhere half, like even if Aero reached like a $10 billion market cap, those are pretty sizable returns still from where the price is at, because the current market cap for Aero is just 684 million. Lots of room left to run in this thing. On the day, It's up 15% as I'm recording this. Check out the volume. It's up 34%. If you go through a lot of the coins in the crypto space, you're going to see that the volume is actually down on the day. But Aero, the volume has been very high, very steady for the last few days, ever since the big news came out with Coinbase and Aerodrome. And if you guys are new to Aerodrome, then you probably don't really know what I'm talking about. So if I come over here to their X account, let me see if I can find it real quick for you guys. So this post right here is what I'm talking about. We'll be integrating DEXs from Base directly into the main Coinbase app, enabling Coinbase users to access and trade millions of assets on chain. Aerodrome's best-in-class trading execution will soon be coming to millions of Coinbase users. The world is coming on chain. All of this right here, and Coinbase posted that on their X account, and this is why we've been seeing Aerodrome perform the way that it has been performing, and this is literally just the beginning. Can you imagine if the market was just green, right? If we were just experiencing green days over the last few days, Aerodrome would probably be up like 100% by now. That's what I think. Of course, you never know. It's all speculation right now with the price. I'm not saying, that I would have been correct, but it's probably would have happened. Like Aerodrome probably would have went nuts if we're experiencing green days in the last few days, right? But anyways, if we check out the performance here on Aero, let's see, if we come down here, obviously it's listed on Coinbase. It's not listed on Binance. I don't know if it's ever going to get a Binance listing. That would be kind of interesting if it does, but we'll see what ends up happening. I do think that if it does get a Binance listing, then this thing would, I don't even want to think about how crazy the price would be. But if we check out the price action, okay, so right now we can see that Aero recently went to, on June 16th, it went to 87 cents, pulled back with the overall market, came down to 69 cents. That would have been a great dip buy for anyone that didn't get in. And then today it actually retested, it tried to retest those levels. As of right now, I'm looking at this as a potential double top, right? And typically in a double top, that shows a sign of a reversal. Now, if the market was bullish, if the market was only going up right now, if we're just experiencing green days, I'll be like, okay, this is going to continue to make its way back up. But because the market is underperforming, it's not performing the way that we want it to perform, there is a chance where we could correct a little bit from here. We're going to see. But what's very nice about this chart is this nice V-shaped recovery, right? Right there, that nice V-shaped recovery after the market took a dump, and a lot of these coins are still down. Market went like this, it was brutal since what, June 16th, right? Market just went down, took a massive dump. And a lot of these coins right here over to the right, they stayed down, but Aerodrome bounced back up. So that's just a very healthy sign that people do believe that Base is going to have a massive rally, because Coinbase is just up to a lot. They are really up to a lot. I think that their stock is going to continue to climb. I think that the Base meme coins will just explode. I think that the DEXs will just explode this cycle, and there's going to be lots of money to be made. But don't let me get you guys hyped up. Again, like, I can always be wrong. You never know what's going to happen. So make sure you guys don't overinvest and approach these things with caution always, because things can always go south. We see it time and time again in the crypto space. But I can tell you guys that Aero is one that I'm going to be holding on to for an extended period of time, unless I see something that I don't like. But as of right now, I don't see a reason to not hold some Aero in my or your crypto portfolio. It's just a no-brainer in my personal opinion. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.